Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwartner, and welcome to Selling Power TV. I'm the founder and publisher of Selling Power magazine. And today we have the great pleasure of meeting with Kyle Slaymaker. And that name is very unique. And it's so unique that he actually created a brand, the Slaymaker method for selling. Welcome, Kyle.
Yes, thank you very much. It is an absolute honor to be here. Yes, so I did create the Slaymaker method based off of my incredible name that gets talked about everywhere I go and everywhere I teach.
Kyle, what was your most memorable sale?
Early on in my career, I was selling cars at a local car dealership. It was actually one of probably my very first actual sales job. And one evening, a sweet little old lady came walking in with an older couple behind her. And I came to find out that the couple behind her was her daughter and her son-in-law. And she sat down and started going through the process like I was taught to do. As I was asking her these, very routine questions, I noticed a reluctancy and even a sadness. And I asked her, I said, ma'am, I really get a feeling that you're not looking forward to this. I said, is everything okay? And I noticed her daughter in the background behind her just kind of like took a deep breath. And the woman looked at me and said, well, the only reason I have to buy a car is because I lost my husband in a car accident 2 weeks ago and the car was totaled. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, oh my gosh, like I couldn't even comprehend it, right? And I could see the pain in this woman's face. And I continued through. I asked her the questions, much more paced, much more emphatic, right? I wanted to make sure everything was covered because the last thing I wanted to do was to provide this poor woman with a bad experience when she was going through arguably the hardest time in her life. I walked into my sales manager's office and I said, listen, I need you to just trust me and I need you to give me the absolute biggest discount we can give on this car. He goes, what are you talking about? Are you out of your mind? And I said, probably, but I just need you to trust me. I said, this is the right thing to do here. And he said, all right, I'll do it. You better know what you're doing. And he completely blew the car out, sold it at cost. And I walked back out with the deal sheet in hand. And I sat down and I said, ma'am, before I turn this sheet over, I want to tell you how much it means to me that you came to me to buy a car. I said, I wish you came to me under any other circumstance. And I am so incredibly sorry that you're buying a car from me under these circumstances. And she goes, oh, thank you. I just hope it's not too much. And I said, I really don't think I would feel comfortable putting you through a negotiation or back and forth. You've been through enough. The last thing I want to do is add more stress to you. I said, here's our most aggressive discount. I said, this is selling it at cost. She just broke down, just bawled right there in the dealership at my little desk in the corner. I don't think I was ever more upset to get a deal, but I knew it was the right thing to do. So I felt fine with it. And we signed the proper paperwork. And she said, thank you so much. I would have never guessed I would have had this experience with a car salesman before. And I said, well, that means a lot. Thank you. And she walked out with her daughter and her son-in-law. The daughter was probably in her 60s. They put her in the car and the daughter and the son-in-law walked back in and said, excuse me. I said, yeah, did you guys forget something? And they said, no, we've never seen anybody treat my mother the way that you just treated her. And it means so much to us. And we know you didn't really make a dime on this deal. And I was like, that's not important to me at this point. And she said, well, we'd like this exact same car. Except we don't want a discount. We will be happy to pay full price and we'll pick it up tomorrow. And I said, you don't have to do that, but if you want, no, we want to. I said, okay, well, certainly not going to tell me twice that you're going to buy a car. You will buy a car. And I just sat there and I was so blown away because I realized that at that point, that's when I started putting the customer before the commission. And that really changed everything to me. I teach all the teams that I work with, all the individuals, customer before the commission. And it was just such a huge and defining moment in my sales career.
So the name Slaymaker really stands for kill the greed when you meet somebody in need.
That is absolutely fantastic. I might just have to use that. But that's, that really is the facet of it, the tenets of it. I mean, when you truly see somebody who isn't just after the commission, who genuinely wants to solve a problem for their customer or their client, it's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer, and I love to see it.
Anybody who would like to learn more about Kyle, go to theslaymakermethod.com, where you can really learn how to sell the right way. And I also recommend that you go to Amazon.com and look at his two wonderful books that I recommend highly to anybody who is in sales. Thank you, Kyle.
It was an absolute pleasure and honor being here. It means the world.